What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be installing that steering wheel that I was talking about in the last video. Well, I don't know if I said it last video, but I know I showed you guys the hub last video. So we're going to go ahead and get this put on today. It took me forever. I actually had to go to like 3 different stores to grab this because they kept telling me, oh, we have it at this store, and then I would go there and it wouldn't be there. So that was kind of a pain, but we got it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Okay, here we go. And this is what we're working with right now. Showed you guys on previous videos, but for the new subscribers, this is what we're working with right now. The car was in an accident, and yeah, this is the last interior pieces that need to be fixed. There's no other like interior panels that like got airbags, I guess, on this vehicle. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these off. And well, I'm pulling this off right now. That I still gotta go to the junkyard and grab that, so I'm not gonna pull it off until I hit the junkyard and we get that part. There's no purpose to doing that right now. So yeah, so that wasn't so bad. Turns out I was like sitting here prying on the edges thinking it would just pop off like a Civic or an older Nissan or whatever, but turns out you need a T30 bit, and you need to pop this corner off, and there's a bolt there or a screw there, and then you need to pop this one off up here. I thought it was it because it looked like it was going to come off, but then pop this one off, and then there's one there too. So after you get those off, then the whole airbag and horn pretty much just comes right off. So now I'm going to use this number 14, and we're going to take this off. So you might get lucky. It might just come right off without using the kit. Let's see. Man, I wish I would have put it on the stand right here, but I don't think you get a good view with it, and I don't really know where to set it at. I need to get like a better stand for that. But yeah, I just kind of put one hand on this side and the other hand on that side, and I kind of stood up on the seat slightly and just, you know, put all my force and kept pulling back and forth, and by like the third or fourth, you know, back and forth, it just popped right off, and I sat right back in my seat, like like just popped right back in my seat. So yeah, now I'm just looking at what I need. I think I just need to take this off, and I think I need this unit because this is where it switches it from this to horn, I think, or this one is the one it plugs into. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a ground. I almost damaged this too, but I think I seen on a Deadbeat Garage video, DB Garage, where this fell off or something like that, and there's like something like winded up in there, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can convert that to that and keep it, because I don't think we need to get rid of it. I think the hub goes right over that, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna try right now. I'm not really sure. Okay, for a second there I was kind of stumped because I was looking at this unit right here, and this hub had like this on the back of it, and it was kind of like all the way up on that, you know, behind that joint there. So it was like looking like it was one unit, and after I pulled it off, then I realized that, you know, you have this little slot there, and I was looking at that when I first got it. I'm like, that must be there for a reason. And yeah, it's because of that. So I almost went ahead and, you know, I had the urge to just kind of force this off, and I realized that there's 4 bolts, and I started reading it, and I'm like, this is critical to the SRS system or whatever. I'm not sure how like well that's needed on this type of car, being that it's automatic and all that stuff, and I'd rather not deal with the hassle. And I see this has 2 holes, so it's like really made for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just slap it on. I wasn't sure if it would be, because this was like a part that said it was for like a Civic, but I mean, they're all pretty universal. But yeah, it slaps right on, and it goes right inside of it. So I guess there's no way to really fuck this up. I was gonna try to align it, figure out how my steering wheel needs to go on there, but as you can tell, there's really no way to F this up. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten this bolt down, and then we'll be on our way. I want to see how much bite that actually had on it. It didn't look like much, but that's not bad. That'll hold it. Cool. And this is just for the one of these was for the airbag. I think the yellow one was for the airbag, and this one was for the cruise control stuff. I might hook that back up. We'll see. Well, actually, I'm not gonna hook that back up because it's not even hooked up in the engine bay. I actually removed the whole unit when I first got the car. So yeah, it goes to the horn. It broke off of the horn button module thing right there. I thought I was gonna be able to save it, but it kind of broke off that, and I actually realized I don't need it, so I'm gonna cut one of these ends off and crimp that together real quick. Not bad. Yeah, we got the Vertex wheel. I got the Vertex 1996. That was my birth year, so that was my birthday the other day, so perfect fit. I'm gonna do some magic and we're gonna throw this on. So there it is. Got it on there. Now just gonna show you all the wires that are right here. They're just gonna kind of hang here on the side, and I figured why I'd have them hang there. I could like zip tie them or whatever, but they're part of like the turning unit. It all turns together, so you can't like tuck it in or anything. So I went ahead and ran it through the hole, and I want to put them all in there. And then the only one that we're plugging in behind the horn button is this one right here that we crimped together. So go ahead and put the horn on there. Hopefully it all fits in, and then we'll take the sticker off it. Yo, super stoked on how this came out. I think it came out really sick. Really love the wheel. I've always wanted like a Vertex wheel. I think it came out really sick. I just really wish the horn stayed, but like you guys seen, it has like a lot of stuff packed behind there. All those wires I tried to save. So hopefully they got like a circular you know, 3M tape or double-sided tape I can use for that. And besides that, that's what the hub looks like. I'm waiting on some different bolts too, by the way. I ordered some burnt titanium ones, and whenever those get here, I'm gonna switch out these black ones for those, and I think that's gonna do this setup some justice. And then yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think it looks pretty baller. I like it a lot. Some people say you got a drift wheel in your car, whatever the case may be, but I really like the wheel. I really like the way it looks in here. I'm not a big fan of like other wheels. I'm definitely not a fan of like NRG, nor am I a fan of like pop-offs, like NRG pop-offs and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not really sure why, but like growing up, that's what we all had. That's what everybody had. Everybody had NRG pop-offs, and you know, every time we got a new car, that's the first mod, you know, for one of the first mods we did was get a pop-off for it. And then especially if it was a Civic, knowing that people steal it. I remember I had a backpack that like you could put your steering wheel in, and I had like some kind of NRG wheel, and I would like put it in the it was like in the back of the backpack, like you could see it. So whenever I go to work and stuff, everybody would be like, oh, you know, they want to check out my car. Everybody that would see it, they want to check out my car and whatnot. But yeah, that was like way back in the day. And like now I kind of grown away from that. I kind of like it more mounted now. I think the mounted wheel looks really dope, and I like what I like. I guess that's all I could say. I like what I like, so that's why I got this wheel. I also got it for my girl. She likes the color, and you know, in tribute to my birthday and whatnot. And you know, she was the one that crashed this car, because I did build it for pretty much her, and she was using it and stuff like that, and that's why I got crashed. But it's not a big deal. We're over that. We fixed it. Or like bigger, brighter things. The build is coming out way better. Let me go ahead and give you a walk by real quick before we end this video, and that'll pretty much be it. That's gonna be the closing of this video. That's gonna be pretty much all I got for you guys today. Hope you're satisfied with the video today. I know it's a short video, just, you know, installing the steering wheel, but I thought it was pretty cool hanging out with you guys hanging out with me. I know I've seen you guys like that junkyard video a lot. The analytics don't lie, and that's all I can say. So I might be at the junkyard here pretty soon. Like I said, we do need that, and we still need that bar that goes in the front. Let's go check it out, what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that real quick from the outside before I go walk around the car. Look at how that looks. I like it a lot, boy. I like it a lot. Tell you what. So peep this side. Peep the garbage fitment we had. Right? Check out the back now. Wasn't that good, you know? Okay, let's start off with the back. First off, I'm gonna say, I know this ain't proper fitment. It looks like it from right here, kind of, but it actually needs a spacer. So I'm gonna have to get another spacer for these back ones and pull them out a little bit. But that's how it's gonna look right there from the back. See what I'm saying though? We need to pull it out a little bit more to match those fenders, but that ain't a big deal. Nothing a spacer can't solve. So yeah, and I like the way the fitment came out on that. I went ahead and sliced it too so we can still open up the door, because this whole side is actually mounted to the door. I really like the way that came out again. But I'm really stoked on the front. Peep that from like this side. Really stoked on how that came out. Check that out right there. And it's literally fender to lip. Well, I guess mostly fender to lip. There's like an extra lip inside of here, so it will end up becoming fender to lip eventually if these tires, they're not really touching too much, but once it burns through that little layer, then it will be pretty much fender to lip. And yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but yeah, we're still waiting on that front bumper. I hope it's not a long wait there, you know, much longer, but we have, like I said before, we have already ordered it. We, you know, fully paid it off, paid for everything for it to get here. But it was quite the penny, and it's the front bumper and the grill. And as soon as it gets here, it's gonna pull off what I'm trying to pull off here. Like, you're gonna start seeing it, like, oh, I see what you know, what he's trying to pull off, or I kind of see why you did, you know, the hood vents, and you went kind of all out on a look. And it's gonna be a vibe at the end. That's all I gotta say. And for everybody wondering why it looks the way it does, if you've had a CRV before, you're trying to put fender flares on your CRV, it's like, unless you're gonna use those old school, like those cheap, you know, fender flares that are like skinny on this side and then they go fat and then they go skinny again, like those cheap universal style ones, then like I said, those will probably work on here. I think I seen a video on it on YouTube. But if you're going with this style, like what, like the newer, you know, the newer Stance Boys or whatever are using, like on the newer SIs or newer vehicles like that, or Infinities, like they're kind of using this style. It might not be the same exact, you know, kit, but they're using this style of universal type kits, or maybe it's fitted for their vehicle, but they're using this style nonetheless. But even with the heat gun, it's still hard to like really bend this more than the shape that it comes. It'll kind of work out for you as far as like getting this back, you know, straight. If you're bending it and then it starts flipping out, you can do that, but it won't really do much more than that. So and this the shape is like such an odd shape. I'll show you on the other side. It's like such an odd shape to pull off, so that's why you see this right here, which is not bad in my opinion. It would have been a lot worse if I seen any of that plastic. And let me show you what I'm talking about. See, on this side, see, you can actually see it. This didn't happen on this fender, but you can see what happens like when you're actually on the road and you're driving. Any little bump, or if you're making a turn, or if you're coming up in a driveway, whatever the case may be, it's like ripping into the tire. You can see it. So what I did on the other side was I cut it here, and then that gave us another, what, 1.5 inches or so, almost 2 inches of you know, more room. And that won't happen again, because it's not, this, with how stiff the suspension is, it's not going to go higher than that. It could probably get up here, but it ain't going higher than that, you know. So I can pretty much guarantee that. So the fender flare pretty much covers that whole unit after you cut that, which is really cool. So it kind of gives us more room, so it is for a reason. And then the back, see what I mean, on the rubbers, it's supposed to have these like rubber things on them, and if that was showing, it would be so ugly. If you were to put it and you see like a rubber on top of like an older rubber in general, it just, I don't think that would look good at all. So that's why it took me a little longer to put these on yesterday. But all in all, I like the way they came out. Once I put that front bumper on, then I'll be able to cut this. It's probably too long, but as soon as I put that front bumper on and see where I'm going to put it, then I'll be able to cut that, you know, however I'm going to cut it. And yeah, enough talking about that for today. Just wanted to do the steering wheel, and we got that finished. So Yeah, but either way though, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys had a good time hanging out with me. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys, showing you guys more progress on my build. So yeah, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I almost forgot. I souped this up the other day at the junkyard. We've been missing this since we got this car. It's a little slightly different color, but that's what gives it personality. Alright, see you guys in the next one.